Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to clean your fishing rods and make them look like new again. Let's get started. Okay, so starting out, I'm going to take a can of Pledge and I'm going to get out my fishing rod, and basically anything that's not this EVA foam or this cork, all the way down the rod blank, you're just going to spray it down with Pledge to start out. Next, you're just going to take a washcloth and you're just going to wipe down the blank with it. The can of Pledge, what that does, not only is it going to clean your fishing rod, it's kind of adding some polish to your fishing rod as well to add that extra layer of protection. So just do your best and go all the way down that fishing rod blank and get it as clean as possible. Once you're done getting the blank of the rod clean, the next thing you want to do is spend some time cleaning around the guides of the rod. The next thing that I'll use is either a dental swab or a cotton swab, and I'll get in between the rod guides as best as I can. I like the dental swab a little bit better because it doesn't leave any cotton behind like the cotton swab will. But either one will work just fine. So again, just add some extra Pledge around these rod guides if you need to, and then just really get in there tight with the swab and clean those areas as best as you can. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean the cork. And I'm going to give you an up-close visual of this cork right now, and you can see how dirty it is. After we clean that cork, I'll show it again so you can see the difference. There are two different tools that I would use to clean the cork on a rod depending on what you have around the house. The first is a magic eraser. If you have that, that's probably the best tool that you can use to clean the cork. Just get that wet and then just go back and forth over the cork and you'll see that it'll clean up really well. I don't have that with me today. Second good option is baby wipes. So if you have any of those around the house, again, just pick that up and you're just going to go back and forth over that cork and you're going to try to get all that dirt and grime off of there. So you can see just after a few swipes how dirty that's getting. All right, so there's the after shot of that cork and it's much cleaner. And by the way, if you've never sealed the cork on your fishing rod, I would recommend this product. This is called U40 Cork Seal. I'm not going to do that on this rod right now, but basically, if you have a clean cork on your rod, if you just bought the rod for the first time, then that would be a good time to seal the cork. Or after you do a cleaning like this, that would be the other time to seal it. So basically what you would do is you would take this U40 and you would get one of these painter's brush, dip it in that, and you would just do a thin layer and it would basically seal off the cork. That prevents it from really getting dirty on the inside underneath that seal. And then at that point, the cork handles are actually a lot easier to clean. You could still use the baby wipes and the magic eraser, but even just a wet washcloth will clean off those cork handles really well. So the last thing that I'm going to do is clean the EVA on here. The tool that I use to clean EVA cork handles is actually a sanding sponge. This is a 220 grit sanding sponge. All I'm going to do is get that a little bit wet, and you're just going to lightly, basically you're going to sand off the outside edges of this EVA. So you don't want to scrub too hard because you don't want to take off too much of this EVA, but if you just go pretty lightly, all you're really doing is you're sanding off the very outside and getting down to a fresh layer. You don't really want to scrape at it and make that foam uneven. You just want to lightly go back and forth, try to get an even sand on that. And what that's going to do is it's just going to take off like the outer layer of that EVA, including all that fish slime and any dirt or grime that accumulated on your rod over the season. And finally, I'm just going to basically take a paper towel and I'm going to brush off this EVA foam, make sure that I didn't miss anything. And also there was one major spot that had some fish slime on here and you can't see that anymore. So again, there's the after shot of that. So that's pretty much it, guys. This rod, it looks pretty well brand new. You can still notice some scuffs here and there, but overall this rod is ready to go for next season. I do this about once a year, depending on how much I use certain types of rods. Some of them I don't use as often as others, and I'll do it every other year. But this rod is looking pretty well new, and it's good to go until next year. I want to thank you all for watching the video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And until next time, we'll catch you later.